Hardy fiber cement siding is proven to withstand water, pests, and fire better than wood-based siding. And it looks better while doing it. Hardy siding has been chosen for 10 million homes and counting. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
This is a true crime in real time update from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast.
The courtroom drama surrounding Bryan Kohberger took a sharp turn this past week as his defense team filed a motion that could reshape the trajectory of his trial. At the heart of the matter, allegations that the prosecution failed to provide full disclosure of expert opinions and reports, a requirement under Idaho's rules of evidence. This legal battle, unfolding in the shadows of one of the most chilling murder cases in recent memory, underscores just how high the stakes have become. Kohberger, accused of the brutal slayings of 4 University of Idaho students, has steadfastly maintained his innocence. He now faces not just the weight of public scrutiny, but also the potential for life-altering consequences if convicted. This latest motion, filed by his attorneys on December 27, 2024, alleges significant breaches of legal protocol by the prosecution. In a case where every detail matters, these allegations add a layer of complexity that could ripple through the proceedings for months to come. The defense's motion calls out what they describe as the bulk of the state's expert disclosures as being incomplete. Of the 25 experts listed by the prosecution, reports have been received from only 5, leaving the defense scrambling to prepare rebuttals by the looming January 23rd deadline. This is a capital murder case, the defense argued in their motion. Compliance with the rules of discovery is not optional. The implication is clear. Without these expert reports, Kohberger's team is operating at a significant disadvantage, unable to fully anticipate or counter the state's evidence. To understand the gravity of this issue, it's important to consider the role of expert testimony in a trial of this magnitude. Experts provide the scientific backbone for arguments about forensic evidence, behavioral analysis, and timelines of events. In a case as complex and emotionally charged as this one, their insights could tip the scales of justice. The defense's claim that the prosecution's disclosures are incomplete raises serious questions about fairness and due process. Prosecutors, meanwhile, have remained tight-lipped, neither confirming nor denying the defense's assertions. A request for comment from the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has, as of now, gone unanswered. But the silence may soon give way to a heated exchange in court as both sides prepare for a pivotal hearing on January 23rd. This latest legal maneuver comes against the backdrop of Kohberger's upcoming trial, set to begin on August 11th, 2025. Jury selection is scheduled for late July, giving both sides a narrow window to resolve these procedural disputes. The stakes could not be higher. Kohberger's life hangs in the balance, with the prosecution pursuing the death penalty. The legal wrangling also underscores the intense scrutiny this case has attracted, from the initial shockwaves of the murders in November 2022 to the subsequent investigation and arrest of Kohberger. Every development has been dissected in the court of public opinion. Now, with the defense raising questions about procedural compliance, the case enters yet another contentious phase. The allegations also bring into focus the 2 surviving roommates, Bethany Funk and Dylan Mortensen, whose statements to police provided chilling details of the night of the murders. Mortensen described hearing unusual noises and seeing a masked figure in the early hours of that November morning. Her account, though harrowing, will likely be a cornerstone of the state's case. The defense's ability to challenge such testimony may hinge in part on the expert analyses they claim are missing. As the legal teams prepare for their next court showdown, the psychological toll on all involved is undeniable. For the victims' families, each delay or procedural hiccup is a painful reminder of the justice they seek. For Kohberger's defense, every missing piece of evidence feels like an uphill battle in a case already weighted heavily against their client. The January hearing will not only address the motion to compel expert disclosures, but could also set the tone for the trial to come. Will the court grant the defense's request for more time? Will certain expert testimonies be excluded altogether? These questions hang over the proceedings like a dark cloud with no easy answers in sight. Meanwhile, the broader implications of this legal skirmish extend beyond the confines of the Moscow courtroom. They touch on the fundamental principles of justice, the right to a fair trial, the responsibility of the state to adhere to procedural rules, and the delicate balance of power between prosecution and defense. In the weeks to come, those principles will be tested as both sides continue to battle for control of the narrative and, ultimately, the outcome of this high-stakes trial. For now, Kohberger remains in custody at the Ada County Jail in Boise, awaiting his day in court. The world will be watching as this case unfolds, each new development adding another piece to a puzzle that has gripped the nation's attention. The road to justice, it seems, is as fraught and complex as the case itself.
In a world where the darkest secrets lie just beneath the surface.
They said it was an accident, but the evidence says otherwise.
Where hidden killers roam, unnoticed, in the shadows.
I think you would definitely be looking at a blend of toxic, very bad narcissistic personality traits, and they will be vengeful and possibly resort to violence.
Join Tony Bruschi as he uncovers the truth behind the most chilling cases.
They said it was an accident, but the evidence clearly says otherwise.
Each episode, we dig deep into the minds of those who commit the unthinkable.
To your point on narcissism, he thinks in his own mind how witty he is.
Yeah.
But he lost that jury. I was done with him in 2 minutes.
From unsolved mysteries to infamous crimes.
Geez, you've just talked about how you taught yourself how to do everything under the sun. I bet you did a YouTube video, how to best kill somebody with a knife.
Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi takes you where few dare to go.
How does someone with such a dark secret go unnoticed for so long?
With multiple new episodes every single day.
We're not just telling stories, we're seeking justice.
Listen now on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi.